anyways,
That is a timeline. That is a timeline.
but anyways, guys, we are going to be jumping into Unleashed and Stretch. Unleashed going to be opting for Banjo-Kazooie, and Stretch with the Lucina. I really like that from Stretch. He was actually able to convert off of Unleashed on Grenade and still land a forwarder after it.
Yeah, I think Unleashed, I could be wrong about this. I thought Unleashed mostly played Inkling, but we are seeing the Banjo today. It looks like he's Banjo throughout the entire thing as well. So this Banjo has been doing a good job. You know, brought him all the way here to winners finals at this tournament. So let's see what he can do here. And you know, I think he's the only Banjo. You know, we've seen Utopian Ray here and there, but in terms of Tri-State Banjos, there's a few of them. But you know, this could definitely be another one to look out for.
Oh my god. Stretch's option coverage at ledge was so unique and yet so calculated. He would have covered goal with down air, he would have covered neutral get up, and still able to land that up smash. Wow, Stretch is looking so confident in game 1 already.
Yeah, I love the way he landed that up smash too. Directly using that nair, using the head stun, going right down, throwing out the up smash. Just really clean play and movement from Stretch. I see what you're saying. He makes this character look so like intricate and fast. It's really fascinating to watch.
Right now Stretch is just... What a get off of ledge option. That was so interesting.
That
He
was
did
a
drop
read.
down, jump, and counter. And that was like the first time he was stuck at ledge too. So now like Unleashed has no clue how he's gonna be getting off at all. That's just like such a bizarre thing to throw in the mix.
Oh, and there's the
remember the
upbeats
thing
you're
I said
talking
about yeah.
You know, I can appreciate some up and B mashing. I kind of dig it. You know, I'm down with it.
So I love the fact that he already dropped down preemptively just to cover Unleashed potential fast fall down below. But the up B is going to stage spike there. Stretch sitting super confidently at 3 stocks right now. Unleashed able to catch the down smash, yeah. Stretch, I feel like every time he has been getting off of ledge, it is with the drop down double jump.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like sometimes a lot of Lucina players, they want to do that. You know, they'll drop down. We saw him do it with the counter before, but a lot of the times you'll see a forward air or even like a side B to lean into a combo. But yeah, you know, it's definitely a common option for Lucina. Good on Unleashed to catch it. You know, make sure that you can snuff that out nice and fast.
Definitely right now, like Stretch is just playing really patiently. Look how confidently he is holding center stage. He's just playing really patient. He's waiting for Unleashed to overextend, catching him on the whiff of the egg with his back air. Nice awareness to tech out.
Ooh. My man. Oh, okay. All right. I want to note the 2 times Unleashed tried a Wonder Wing that I saw, he literally just got hit with a Lucina aerial before like the start, like during the startup.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even get to use the move. Like.
Yeah, that's really just like indicative. That's really indicative of the fact that I feel like Stretch was just so on top of Unleashed defensive options. Every time that like Stretch lands a hit on you, he's just like sort of floating around your airspace. He's waiting for you to air dodge. He's waiting for you to press a button. The way that like Stretch is just able to land a hit and then just be so comfortable up close to you, it's menacing, honestly. I feel like Unleashed couldn't initiate much that entire game, and Stretch just did a good job of playing really patiently, really defensively.
Yeah, for sure. Something I've noticed that Stretch does really well, like almost immediately, is the way he like moves around space, like around the opponent. Like it's so efficient and like it's like actually really optimal too. Like he was always able to get like some kind of punish, no matter what it was. Just like strictly based off of where he was or where he was going. He just has really good spatial awareness. It's almost like he sees like this bubble around him and the opponent, and he's able to just kind of like micromanage where everyone is. It was honestly kind of mesmerizing to watch. I really dug it.
And then if we ask Stretch after like what he thought about this game, he said, "Oh yeah, I was just pressing buttons." We just go into all those
pressing buttons too.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, we are going to be jumping into game 2 of the set. Honestly, I feel like Stretch is doing so well, I don't even know what Unleashed would have to do if he wants to take this game, much less the set.
Yeah, for sure. You know, Unleashed, I do think Unleashed does have that inkling as well. So we might see that. But, you know, sticking with the Banjo, maybe trying to give Banjo more of a fair shot, and, you know, I respect it. Um,
Hmm.
I definitely think that this is very doable for Unleash. I know he's a very, very strong player, so I definitely
Hmm.
could totally see him bringing this back. But I just want to see how Stretch plays this game. You know, on a stage like Town and City, could be a bit different. Could be Banjo's favor here.
Hmm. I like the way that Unleash is catching all of these jump-ins from Stretch. He's like sitting in shield patiently. He's getting the parry punishes appropriately. He's pacing this a lot slower, I think. And that's working out for him so much better.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, sometimes that's always the answer too. It's just sort of, oh yeah, my man says he's mashing. He knows how to use items.
Yeah, no, that was brilliant from Stretch. He found a perfect way to get in. Unleashed was not expecting him just to yoink the grenade and just to toss it at him and still be able to get a hit after it. But Stretch is just struggling to get out of the corner. He's going for these ledge rolls a lot. Ooh, he waited for that spot dodge. He waited.
And it seems like Unleash, instead of, you know, like kind of scrapping with Stretch, he just doesn't want Stretch near him. And honestly, in a matchup like this, yeah, I think that's probably the move. You know, Lucina, obviously, an amazing character. Banjo, honestly, in scramble situations like that, probably struggles a lot more than she does. So if you could just maintain that space, you know, that could really be the big change that needs to be made. And let's see if Stretch can make the adjustments. But right now, Unleash is super duper playing well. He's really cleaned it up.
Stretch's use of Unleash's own grenade is fantastic, and there is so few people that can use that as effectively as he does. It is working for him every single time. He tried to go for the nair one into up tilt, didn't land it, but that time, I already missed what he connected in order to get the kill.
That was a nair, I believe. But I totally agree with you. I feel like something that impresses me so much when I watch people play is when people take other people's items, like Rob Gyro or in this case Grenade, and they use it like they're a genius. I'm like, you don't even have this move in your move set, and like you look like it's crazy to me. It's like the most impressive thing.
Stretch's mix is ridiculous. He's hitting Unleashed. He's not going for the follow-up. He's just hitting and waiting. He's hitting and waiting. He's hitting and waiting. He's catching onto Unleashed rhythm. Unable to find the side B, overcommitting to it a little bit though. Good awareness from Unleashed to down smash.
Yeah, and looks like right now Stretch is he's kind of itching his way back. Getting a lot more straight hits. It feels like Stretch's advantage state hasn't like been as potent in this game. You know, Unleashed definitely keeping his space, making sure that he approaches carefully if he does. And we're seeing a lot of these throws, you know, going right there.
Yeah.
Getting some ledge control here, and oh, yeah.
Stretch booted his double jump. Yeah, and he tried to up B early again to potentially hit one of the projectiles. Alas, it was a good effort. Not able to make it though. This is a really, really good lead for Unleashed right now. He is just holding the stage super, super well, dealing a lot of damage, keeping Stretch in the corner. I feel like Stretch is trying to fight out of the corner a little bit too much.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, that desperation could be the thing that, you know, like characters like Banjo want. Because sometimes, you know, they're just trying to wait. They're not exactly in your face, but they're waiting for you to throw something out. So, you know, a lot of the times, they're just waiting for that one option, and then they can whiff punish it. But we're seeing the one... Okay, that kills.
Yeah, I suppose
I'm
so.
gonna be real. I didn't know. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was a little bit pessimistic after game when I said I don't know what Unleashed has to do. He knows what to do. He's seeing that Stretch in the corner. Yeah, he's about to do that. He's seeing that Stretch in the corner loves fighting his way off. He loves like just throwing out these fairies and whatever. So he's giving him a little bit of extra space. He's throwing out the projectiles. He's keeping Stretch in the corner as long as possible. And his ability to gimp Stretch's recovery is also very nice. So going into game 3, I would like to see Stretch just wait. Like, he just has to take a second and wait in the corner instead of constantly throwing out hitboxes and fighting off. And then yeah, if that's going to be the case, I'm interested to see how game 3 will go.
Yeah, the funny thing too is that those two games, I feel like it's very rare that you have a set where it's like one player wins dominantly and then the other one wins dominantly, but in a way where like it totally is like it's totally clear that Unleashed has figured something out. Like it's just such a defined like adjustment. So I'm kind of curious to see what Stretch will do here. I definitely think he can get the job done on a stage like Smash Roll, a little bit smaller, but you know that platform in the middle, I think it kind of aids projectile characters too. So let's see what happens here.
Yeah, I mean, I'd argue it's very helpful for Stretch in perpetuating his juggles, but also it could be helpful for Unleashed for stuffing out any of Stretch's jump-ins. But regardless, remember what I just mentioned about the juggles? He's able to get all of those
There it
platform
is.
extensions. Yeah, like already dealing 86%. But now Stretch finds himself in the corner again, this time not fighting his way off, just pushing in with a double jump. Unleashed was not ready for that at all.
Yeah, for sure. And just a quick 86%, but Unleashed is slowly unleashing that back. completely unattended there, but that's what he's doing. And, 94% to 79. Banjo is a big boy. He lives for a bit. And Lucina, kind of light. So, in terms of finding these kills,
Mhm.
I definitely think Banjo, sometimes that weight could really help him.
Yeah, and
But that's not
actually
going
F
to
smashing him through
help.
the charge F smash. So I feel like Unleashed held it for so long because he had anticipated Stretch to mash out an air dodge, but Stretch being so comfortable in those kinds of scenarios will not hesitate to fight his way out. He's not going to panic with the quickest defensive option that he has. So I think that was really, really smart on Stretch's part. He has to be careful. He knows that he doesn't have a double jump, but again, he needs to find his way off of this corner. He keeps opting to double jump onto the center platform, which is working out well for him.
Yeah, for sure. I like that Unleashed there. He just burned the side B just to get back on the stage. I think that was a really good move, just using that Wonder Wing to make sure that he has the
Mhm.
security of living. And there's another one. 54%, that's something. It's not unsurmountable, especially with a character like Banjo.
Absolutely. You see Stretch is just like waiting patiently, but Unleash is able to actually break space against Stretch, using the grenade as really, really good cover for himself, forcing Unleash to step back a little bit with the shield breaker there. And now they're both just like playing footsies, I guess. They're just like, trying to find an opening around each other.
Yeah, for sure. Both of them taking it kind of slow. I think they both realized that both the first games were kind of like they were pretty like definite. Both of them definitely were kind of just outplaying each other. So they don't want to like overcommit. They don't want to do anything too silly. But I mean, that Wonder Wing catching that ledge get up right there. That move is so good.
Again, I feel like Stretch could be a little bit more patient when he is getting off the ledge. It seems he's fighting himself away off a lot, getting the jab block, F smash, really, really good. A completely even game. Stretch waiting out the ledge invincibility just by circumventing around the platform, knowing that Banjo lacks the mobility to burst in his range.
Yeah, and just like that, we got a pretty even game. I'm kind of curious to see. Oh, that was another nice little item play. Like you said before, Stretch is so nice with these items.
Yeah, I feel like a good amount of it is attributed to his experience with playing Link. He was very proficient with using Link's bomb, just like maybe in a little extension of a thought I had. I like the fact that Stretch keeps opting to jump onto the Smashville platform from the edge. Unleashed needs to be punishing this. He really, really needs to be. Good neutral get up into the grab, able to get it, the throw, and a little bit of stage control.
Yeah, and Unleashed too. I see trying to use these Wonder Wings at ledge against. I don't know if it's going to work again, but I mean, it did work that one time. It does make him invincible as well. So I'm kind of curious though, but I also feel like it could be high risk because if he misses it and Stretch rolls onto the stage, you could just get forward smashed.
Right now, this is basically anybody's game at this point, but going through the back through a very, very long throw, which would allow him to get the extra damage of the grenade explosion. Really, really smart on Unleashed part. He tries to go for the ledge trump, but he misses. Oh no, I don't think that's what he intended at all.
Yeah, that was
A
definitely
stretch
meant to
taunt.
be a ledge trump. That would have been a ledge trump back air, but he just barely. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Sometimes simple inputs like that online, it's kind of hard to do them. It just becomes a little bit more difficult. And unfortunately, like in that situation, just barely missing it. That's like really upsetting to see.
Yeah. Um, I feel like Smashville keeping it like so close and tight was a really, really good pick. He was able to keep it close. He was able to get the platform extensions, and he was able to avoid a stage like Town and City, where I feel like Banjo has a lot of room to run around in. However, for this game, oh, excuse me, they will be opting right back to Smashville.
Yep.
Stretch already
I
taking the
think
high
that's a
ground.
Yeah, I think this is a good message from Stretch. Sort of saying like, it wasn't the stage, it was me, and that game was so close, and they were both using the stage pretty well. Stretch, like you said, did amazing on the platform, just extending combos.
Oh, And I, oop, okay, Unleashed.
I
I guess
guess
it's fair. I guess it's only fair because Stretch SD'd his last stock as well.
that's
Regardless,
what I'm
this is a
saying,
very
right?
yeah. These guys are looking out for each other. Okay, they're making sure
They're
this is an
homies.
even and fair game.
I respect it, but
Ooh.
but it seems like Unleash, just going right off directly after that. Wonder how much extra credit Stretch can get here.
And it seems like not a whole lot. Unleashed is parrying everything, catching these approaches so well. He's gonna go through the belly into the neutral air. He had attempted to go through the drag down, I believe. He did not intend to get like the full hit of it. Regardless, this is definitely Unleashed stock to take. But Stretch able to get off of ledge so well. He had the right idea, though he did drift a little bit too far to punish the Tekken.
Mhm. It seems like Stretch, slowly getting his percent on, getting up smash there, but 66%, that's something. We're gonna take it. Still on the stage, Smash, like I said before, I could definitely see him just getting even more percent just off of those up air juggles we were seeing before. He's been so proficient at that directly off the platforms.
And also, having a stage with as big of a center platform as Smashville is really great if Stretch does whiff an up B, because it just makes his landing so ambiguous from any point in the stage. Is he gonna land? Is he gonna, go through it? And Unleashed has failed to punish all of his whiffed up Bs.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes a lot of sense. That platform, it's so big. The stage is like kind of small compared to it. Definitely gives you a lot of wiggle room to kind of maybe do with what you want. Yeah, Stretch is super nice with these falling nairs into smashes.
I'm able to mash out in time, making sure he doesn't get hit by that up smash. Again, like the way that Stretch jumps in, it's so scary, but he will not be able to recover a good edge guard from Unleashed. Stretch does not have his jump.
Really?
What?
Yeah. Lucina's up B, that's some magnet hands right there.
I hate it here. I hate it here. Oh, a Stretch.
Lucina,
So
Lucina
smart.
and Marth up.
Yeah.
Go to
That was
say,
really
oh my
smart from
god, is that a
Stretch.
down tilt?
He was conserving. Yeah, Banjo's down tilt is absolutely ridiculous. He's conserving his jumps every single time. It's like it's okay if he takes a couple of hits of the projectile. It doesn't matter as long as his jump doesn't get burnt. But Unleashed, despite the early SD in the beginning, has brought this all the way back, and he is holding on to this lead.
Yeah, he really has, and this is the game that would win him the set. It really seemed like at the beginning, Stretch had, just Unleashed losing that stock, definitely, would have had a toll, and even Stretch himself, winning that first game so dominantly, but Unleashed, he really brought it back here. He's really made the adjustments.
And he is making the most out of Lucina's floatiness and exploiting Banjo's limited mobility. He is floating in the air. He knows that he can occupy the airspace for a really long time, just drifting around. And if at any point he can react to a jump from Banjo. So it's just like Lucina being in the airspace like that is so scary.
Yeah, for sure. It seems like Stretch, though, I mean, he's really laying on the hurt now. This is all of a sudden dead even game. We could be going to a game 5. Oh, no text.
Huh? Say that again. I want you to say that again. Say that again.
We could be going to a game 5, but that was
Psych.
text don't exist
Absolutely not.
online.
Yeah. But it's also Wonder Wing. I'm not sure if it was untechable or not. I don't think they got sparks. Regardless, I will be back in a quick second. I just want to grab something to drink. I'm so sorry, Epo. Can you hold it down for like 30 seconds?